So as you can see, this is Konkuk University in Seoul, and this is my third university in Korea. If you are new here, my plan is to visit every university in Korea. I made a list of 64 universities and I am going to one every week. So if you are thinking about studying in Korea or you just want to see what these campuses really look like, please subscribe. It genuinely helps me. One thing before we start, I arrived here in the evening. So you will see this video change as we go. It starts in daylight and by the end it is completely dark. Honestly, I think that makes it better because you get to see this campus into completely different moods. Look at this building in front of us. That wide roof sitting on top of all those vertical lines. This is the kind of architecture that tells you the university is old enough to have a style of its own. And look at this stone here. This is a monument and it is polished. It has a quote from Joseph Pilasky and the quote says something like this: to be defeated and not surrender, that is victory. To win and then rest on your laurels, that is defeat. I did not expect to find a polished monument on a Korean university campus, but when you know the history of this place, it fits perfectly. Let me tell you why. Konkuk University traces its roots back to 1931, and it did not start as a university at all. It started with a doctor. His name was U.C. Kokchan, and he was a medical doctor who opened a hospital called the People's Hospital. He is known by his pen name somehow, and you will still see that name on this campus today. Then in 1946, just after Korea became independent, he started a school. It was called the Chosen School of Politics, and the idea behind it was very specific. This was not a school to train people for a job. It was a school to train the future leaders of a new country. Then in 1959, that school became a full university and it took the name Konkuk, and this is the part I really like. The word Konkuk in Korean literally means founding a nation. So the name itself is the mission. A country that had just come out of colonial rule and then a war building a university whose name means to build a nation. Now you understand the Polish monument, a code about refusing to surrender, on the campus of a university named after rebuilding a country. That is not a coincidence. When you know that walking around here feels a little different. So where exactly are we? This is the Seoul campus in Gyeonggi district, very close to the Han River, and it is extremely easy to reach. There is a subway station literally called Konkuk University Station, and it is on line 2 and line 7. So if you are ever in Seoul and you want to listen and you want to see this place, you just take the subway and walk out. That is it. The university also has a second campus in Cheongju, which they call the GNOCIL campus. But the one I am showing you today is the Seoul campus, and this is the main one. Let me give you an idea of the size. There are around 29,600 students here, and about 2,500 of those are international students. So that is not a small number of foreigners. If you come here from another country, you will not be the only one. The teaching staff is around 1,200 full-time and about 70 of them are international faculty. And the Seoul campus alone has 13 undergraduate colleges and 13 graduate schools. 13. So whatever subject you are thinking about, there is a very good chance it is here. In the Korean rankings, Konkuk sits around 8th in the country and it stays inside the top 10 consistently. So this is a well-respected university, not a small private college. Okay, let us keep walking. It is starting to get dark now. Now look at this. This is the thing everybody notices first about this university. And honestly, this is the reason I wanted to make this video. And look at the timing. It is dark now, and you can see all the building lights reflecting on the water. During the day, this is beautiful. At night, with the lights on the surface like this, it is something else completely. I did not plan to be here at this hour, but I am glad I was. There is a lake in the middle of the campus, not a small decorative pond, a proper lake. The name of this lake is Ilgam Lake, and in Korean, the students here call it Ilgam Ho. It is right in the middle of the Seoul campus, and you cannot really visit this university without walking past it. Let me tell you how big it actually is. It covers around 55,600 square meters. To put that another way, this lake takes up roughly one ninth of the entire Seoul campus. One ninth. Almost 11% of the university is water. Think about that for a second. This is Seoul. This is one of the most expensive cities in the world for land. And this university decided that a huge piece of its campus would just be a lake with trees around it and paths and space for students to sit. They could have buildings there. And here is my favorite detail about this lake. In the past, in winter, when it froze completely, they used to hold ice skating competitions on it. Actual competitions on the university lake. Imagine studying here in winter and your campus turns into a skating rink. So when students here say they are going to sit by the lake, they mean this. Not a garden, not a bench outside a building, a lake. Honestly, walking around it, I understand why people choose this university. In the middle of a huge city, you get this. And think about what that means for a student here. You finish a class, your head is full, you are tired, and instead of walking out onto a busy South street, you walk out to this. You sit by the water for 20 minutes and then you go back in. That is not a small thing. That changes how 4 years of your life feel. I keep saying it in these videos, but Korean universities understand something about space that a lot of places do not. They protect it. They do not fill empty piece of land with another building. Now let me tell you what this university is actually famous for academically, because there is one department that stands above everything else. Veterinary medicine. Konkuk College of Veterinary Medicine ranks first among all universities in South Korea. Number one, and there is something unusual about it. It is the only veterinary school in Korea that belongs to a private university. Every other one is at a national university. So if you want to study veterinary science in Korean and you are looking at private universities, this is basically the one. The department started in 1968 as part of the College of Animal Husbandry. Then in 1998, they changed it into a 6-year program. And from 2000, it became 2 years of preparatory study followed by 4 years of the veterinary degree itself. And this reputation is not only about rankings. This department is reported to have the highest employment rate in the whole university. So the students who graduate from there are actually getting jobs afterwards. The university is also strongly known for its art colleges, so it is an interesting mix. Veterinary science and art, both strong at the same place. Beyond teaching, there are around 58 research institutes here, covering humanities, social sciences, and natural sciences. 58 separate research institutes. Now let me tell you about the library, because this one has a real claim to fame. It is called the Senghang Amori Library, named after the founder. It opened in 1989, and when it opened, it was the biggest library in Asia, the biggest in the whole of Asia. Today it holds more than 900,000 Korean books and over 200,000 foreign language titles, and parts of it can be accessed 24 hours. So if you are the kind of student who studies at 10 in the morning, this place is built for you. There is also a university museum on campus, and it holds around 4,500 historical artifacts. Most people walk past it without going in, which I think is a mistake. And the university runs a full medical center, the Konkuk University Medical Center, with 875 beds. In 2011, the World Health Organization certified it as a health promoting hospital. So the medical side here is serious, and that makes sense because remember, This whole institution started with a doctor and a hospital back in 1931. For international students, there is a language institute on campus that teaches Korean and also English, Chinese, French, Japanese, Spanish, and Vietnamese. And now, the part that a lot of you are going to care about. Konkuk University has produced very famous graduates, and I mean genuinely famous. One of the most famous graduates from this university is Jin, the singer from the group BTS. Yes, that is right, a member of BTS actually studied on this campus. The actor Lee Min-ho also studied here, and so did the actor Yoo In. And the actress Doona, who a lot of you will know from international films and television series, she is also a graduate from this same campus. So this campus and this lake that I am standing next to right now, these are the places those people walk past every single day when they were students here. If you are a fan, this is basically a pilgrimage. There are also politicians among the alumni, but honestly, I think most of you came for the BTS part. And I want to say something about that because it is not just a fun fact. When you see that people like this came out of a university, it tells you the place is not only about grades. There is a real arts culture here. Remember, the art colleges are one of the things this university is known for. So if you are someone who wants to study something creative in Korea, and not only engineering or business, this is a name you should have on your list. Okay, so now I am going to go down here. Let me go down and see what is actually there, because from here I cannot see anything properly. I am taking my time with this, and there is a reason. I do not know what is down there. And I want to explore everything. That is the whole point of these videos. I do not want to show you only the main gate and the nice buildings. And honestly, Korean universities are naturally so beautiful. I keep saying this in every video, but it is true. I have not traveled to many other countries, so I cannot compare with everywhere. But I have now visited 3 universities here in Korea, and every single one of them has been this beautiful. Not one of them was ordinary. There is always a hill or a lake or trees or some view you were not expecting. Okay, so there is a way going down over there. I can see a path. I want to see where that path goes. Although, to be honest, I am not completely sure it is a proper path. It just looks like a road from here, but I want to go and find out. One thing I should mention, I increased the brightness on my camera a little bit because by this time it was actually getting dark. So in the video it looks brighter than it really was. In real life, the evening had already started here. Okay, let us go and see. So that is Konkuk University, and that is the whole campus that I could walk in one evening. Let me quickly put it all together for you. I own a hospital that was started by a doctor who first opened a hospital back in 1931, then a school for building emulation in 1946. Eiffel University with the name Konkuk since 1959. Around 29,000 students today, 2,500 of them international. 13 colleges on this campus alone, number 1 in Korea for veterinary medicine. And let me give you my honest opinion, because a lot of you ask me this. If I compare 3 universities I have visited so far, each one has had a completely different personality. One had a hill and a jungle. This one has a lake and a city around it. And I think that matters more than people realize when you choose where to study. You are not just choosing the course, you are choosing the place you will walk through every single day for 4 years. If you like being in the middle of everything with the subway right there and Seoul on your doorstep, then this campus makes a lot of sense. If you want quiet and nature, you might prefer somewhere else. Both are valid, just know what you are choosing. And one more time, everything I told you in this video is public information. I found all of it online from publicly available sources. I did not get anything special from inside the university. I am just collecting it and putting it in one place so that you get the varsity before you visit or before you apply. If you are thinking about applying here, the subway station is called Konkuk University Station, lines 2 and 7. Go and walk around the lake yourself. It is open and it is worth it. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I am visiting all 64 universities in Korea, one every week, so please subscribe so you do not miss the next one. And tell me in the comments which university should I go to next. I read all of them. See you in the next video.